You feel like you're going through depression. I know what you're going through. I was going through depression once, and eventually everyone does. You may not know that you're going through it, but you are. Basically, if you feel like you're alone and you feel sad and if you self-harm, don't. You're too beautiful. I mean, I'm not saying don't be sad, but you're beautiful. I understand the self-harm and I understand everything. If you have ever suffered from an eating disorder or anything, don't starve yourself. You're beautiful. To me, starving yourself is a horrible habit. Usually, you feel like you're alone or whatever, and you feel like you're fat because people have bullied you, but you're beautiful. Don't ever think you're fat. Don't ever think you're worthless. Don't ever think you're anything, because whatever everyone's telling you, it's probably not true. People used to bully me all the time. I used to be called fat, I used to be called ugly, I used to be called all sorts of different shit. And it hurt, it really truly did. How I overcame my fear was I finally just stopped listening to people. I didn't really, I could care less of what they were saying to me or about me, because I knew that they were jealous of something. And I soon realized that I was too skinny. I was starting to lose a lot of weight. I dropped 50 pounds in just a matter of weeks. And it sucked. It felt like I was dying. It felt like there was no way to save myself. But eventually, I did. And it was really hard. It was a really long struggle. But the only way I could really truly overcome it is actually this cat right here. She did save me, honestly. Without my cat, I would probably be dead, honestly. She is my lifesaver, and I thank her for every little bit of thing she's done, even though she's just a cat. Who would have known that a cat could save you, right? But she really did. She really, honestly, truly did. About 6th grade to 8th grade, everyone bullied me and picked on me for every little fault I had. I'm not gonna say I was truly the skinniest kid, but I really wasn't. I really wasn't that thin. I was pretty chunky, but that doesn't mean that I allowed it to continue. Once I got into 9th grade, people would call me fat, and they'd also pick on me for little things. Again, in middle school, I was picked on simple things as well, like people used to call me fat, they used to call me ugly, they used to say that I was a lesbian only because I told one of my best friends I loved her, and I never said no homo after that. Even though every other time I always said no homo before or after I said it. You know, it was just simple things that they'd pick on me for. So people used to bully me, and I didn't really have any girls as friends because they all thought I was gay. And that wasn't necessarily the truth. Yes, I do like girls. I mean, now I honestly, I don't care what you are or what is underneath your pants. I probably would fuck the shit out of you. Not gonna lie. But I've learned that I shouldn't be scared of my sexuality. I shouldn't be scared of what I look like or what I do look like. In 9th grade, I used to be picked on because of all sorts of different shit. And it was bullshit. It was honestly bullshit. So I ended up getting out of high school and going all to virtual classes online. And I ended up becoming friends with people over the internet. It wasn't the greatest thing I did, only because now I've got such high level of anxiety and such high level of paranoia and all sorts of different shit. But I ended up becoming a better person after I got taken out of school. While I was in 10th grade, which is whenever I was out of school already, people were still picking on me. This one particular girl, she would basically kill my emotions. I was in love with someone at one point in my time. In 9th grade, I was absolutely in love with someone. Greatest person in the world, sweetest person in the world. I loved him dearly, and I still do, and I would do anything for him, and I don't know if he knows that, but I do. He probably does know that. Pretty sure I've made it clear, but I was honestly truly in love, and after the breakup, it killed me, only because I did so much and I stayed so strong for one person. And that one person changed my entire life in a matter of months. We dated for a while and there was it wasn't like sex or anything. It was just, people used to think I was a slut in 9th grade whenever I stuck with my one boyfriend, and I honestly wasn't a slut. I was just a normal, average teenager in the 9th grade doing the same exact thing you're doing. It hurt. It really did, especially knowing that I only had one boyfriend. Come on. I was very faithful, at least I would like to think. It really did suck. I wanted to die after we broke up, only because it hurt, and then all of a sudden the bullying got worse, or at least I felt like it did. I felt like I was being trapped, and I couldn't get out. There was times where I starved myself, and I did for quite a while. That lasted about, I want to say, 4 months, maybe, and I wanted to give up on myself because I felt that nothing was getting better, and that's how I felt. Nothing was getting better, but I ended up taking the time, and I ended up convincing myself that I was strong, and I was worth it, and I was everything, and I could do everything in the world, and I became a stronger person. If you're going through something that is hurting you, don't be afraid. Never be afraid. Know that you are something, that you are worth the time, that you are an amazing person. Always know that. And if you feel like you're alone, you're not. There are several people out in the world that are being hurt just as much as you are. Don't ever feel like you're alone. Sorry, I got distracted. You're beautiful. You're perfect. Always remember that. If you ever going through a hard time, don't be afraid to message. Don't be afraid to tell someone. Never be afraid. Don't be afraid of telling your parents, because they are the ones that are there for you. I ended up telling my mom and dad, and my dad didn't really truly. He's a dad. My mom, she realized that I was sad and I was depressed, and she ended up actually allowing me to talk to my psychiatrist for once, and telling my psychiatrist that I needed something else, that my medication wasn't helping, that I feel like shit. But you will get through it. You will get through your hard times. Remember, life isn't full of sunshine and happy and rainbows and whatever else the fuck you want to think it is. life can be hard. Life can be really, truly hard. Oh, life can be hard at times, and life can be really, truly hard at times. But that doesn't mean that you should give up. You keep on going. Think about it. There's so many people that have been depressed and just kept on going with their lives. I'm pretty sure most of the people you know, they're probably going through depression too, but you don't see them, being sad and whatever. You see them with a smile. Have a smile on your face. I understand it can be hard, but sometimes, basically, life is, there's happiness, and then there's something that's going to ruin the happiness and make it sad. You've just got to get through the sadness to be able to get to the happiness. You have to do it. The grass is always greener on the other side. It will always be greener on the other side. You are a beautiful person. You are very unique. You are a wonderful person, and I love you. And yeah.